Hi there friends, we are going to make a quick card this week using the Making Everyday Bright stamp set. And you can see there are some gorgeous stamps in this collection, making them great for any time of year, any season, any occasion. There's Halloween, this would be great for Thanksgiving, that's the word I'm looking for. And I made a really cute little gable box using that feather. The gable box itself is not Stampin' Up, it was just a die that I had hanging around, but this would make a great place holder for your Thanksgiving table with these little feathers on it. And I've got buffalo check used with my scallop punch and a D for Dad or Dave. So super cute, but we are going to do a rather simple penguin card. And I'm just trying to think if I want to do it with the Stamparatus or if we will do it with a block. I think we will do the Stamparatus and we will do some hinge stamping. The only problem I ever find with using the Stamparatus for a video is the glare that you get from the plate. So I'm going to try and minimize that. And we'll see how it goes. So we are going to have, I would like to have 3 per line, but I have not measured this. I have not pre-made this card, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to use basic gray for the bulk of the penguins, and I'm going to use my sponge dauber so that I don't end up with ink everywhere. And it gives a much softer look. It's adorable. Can't help but smile with these cute little guys. Oops. So there we go, there's our first row. I'm just going to use a baby wipe to clean him off because I want to be able to place him where I want before I start inking it up. So I don't have my chamois wet and ready to go, so I'm just using a baby wipe and a piece of Kleenex. So this next row is going to be right underneath. We could offset them, but I would like to keep them kind of lined up. So there we go, pick them up. A little bit of ink. And in case I didn't mention it, I am using basic gray. And actually just this last weekend, the Stampin' Sunday blog hop design team was using Making Everyday and Making Christmas Bright. So if you would like to hop on over and get some more inspiration, you can certainly start off at my website, which is stampedaf.ca, and then follow the links to see some other great projects. There are a few on there that I would like to give a shot at. So I know you'll find something that you love. Probably a whole lot of somethings. Now, if I had been smart, I would have figured out exactly how to landmark this so that it was placed in the right spot, but I'm not that smart. So we're just gonna kind of eyeball it. Ink him up again. And now for this last one, I am going to clean it off and I am going to use my Memento ink. I want this one to stand out, so I won't use my finger dauber for that one. I'm just going to pull out my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, ink him up. And do it a couple times so he really stands out. There we go. There we go. Now we've got a nice little square, and I'm going to use Smoky Slate on this. And just get out my Stampin' Blends. I am thinking a nice bright Granny apple green. So now I always start with the lighter color, but it doesn't change the effect one way or the other. That just happens to be my preference. Just put a little bit of highlighting in there. Now, whoops, one of the tricks I learned this week is you can use a nice light color to do some adorable little cheeks. So we can use Petal Pink Dark. I don't think the light would show very much, but I also saw that light Calypso Coral would be good. So that might be a little bit brighter than I'm going for. Thinking the Petal Pink Dark is exactly what I'm looking for. Now I can see that his little hat has bled out here. I'll just use my color lifter. Let's use Petal Pink Dark. Give him some little cheeks. Color his little beak. There we go. Now the other thing you could do is use the tiniest bit of mint macaron light as a light shadow. Now the other thing I'm going to do is kind of give him a little snowbank. I really am just flying by the seat of my pants. I have not tried this to see what the outcome is going to be. I may hate it. I was loving it till the snowbank, but the other thing we will do is some Frost White shimmer paint. And just give them a couple little spritzes. Make sure that we've got something on every part of the sheet. And I think that's good. Just hit it with the heat tool for a moment. Now, I should mention my shimmer paint is mixed with alcohol, so it dries super fast. This is the copper one. So you just give it a shake before you use it to shake up anything that's settled. So this was the Frost White. And currently the only one I don't have is the Vegas Gold, but that will be coming. So there is our card, and I am thinking just to give it a bit of softness, we will round those corners. Maybe all but the one that he's in. Just adds a little something something. And then I think we need some kind of ribbon. Maybe a nice piece of another idea. Let's use our mint macaron twine from the Nature's Poem bundle. Sweet. And instead of guesstimating where we should be cutting this, let's just tie it here and then trim. Nothing fancy, just adds a little bit of something. And this ribbon gives you the perfect way to cut it at an angle. Just cut it between some of your dots and it will be a perfect angle. This twine comes apart beautifully. So this is kind of my version of a Step It Up card. I did say that I was trying to make it simple, and now I'm trying to fussy it up by adding some more things. So feel free to skip any of the steps. There we go, gives a little something. Now we'll trim these down. Pop these up on some dimensionals. And on a longer card like this, I like to do 2 in the middle, just to make sure it's not going to sag. Have I mentioned how much I am missing my paper piercing tool? This is something I would have used that for. So thank goodness there's another one coming. Not exactly straight, but now this very well could be too much. I think I'm kind of liking that up there. However, we do need a sentiment. I feel like it is very much missing something. So there are no sentiments in this suite, in this stamp set. There are some in this one. Friends make the season shine, making spirits bright. I just want to see what else I've got. Let's use this little season's greetings. I love this stamp set. Absolutely love it. Now I will grab a piece of mint macaron so that we can bring this all together. That is soft seafoam. Got this little envelope liner paper that would work. Sometimes I hesitate to cut a piece of cardstock. That might be just thick enough. So let's try it. If it doesn't work on this one, we'll use this one. And we will use our memento. This is upside down. Let's try it on this one. A little high up. That would be perfect. Let's just try it on there. You know, I love to use my tailored tag punch to do my bannered ends. So that could work right there. I think that's what we're gonna do. Now, if this is the first time you're watching me use the tailored tag punch, note that you can get an arrow point on it as well. So we will put a mini dimensional on this end. I am going to try this to get it off. This is the first time I'm using these, so my inclination was to push them the wrong way. Put a little bit of Tombow on here. And we'll take that right to the end there. And there we go. What started out as a fairly simple card still is pretty simple. The extent of our stepping it up was really putting this ribbon at the top, and while I would have loved to put ribbon somewhere else, there really isn't room on this design. So I hope you like that, and if you have not hit that big subscribe button below, I would invite you to do that so you see a new video each and every Friday. Thank you for joining me, friends. Bye.